Well, good afternoon. I hope wherever you are, it's a little nicer than where I am. It's a pretty gray, dreary day today, which is why it's perfect to craft with you, because then I don't have to pay attention out there to how yucky it is. So here I am. I'm Leslie with Love, Ink, and Paper, and we're going to play with the February Paper Pumpkin, February 2024 Sweet Springtime Paper Pumpkin Kit. Now I've already done my unboxing and I showed you how to make all three of the projects as they're designed. And so now we're going to play and do a little outside of the box thinking. Now, Stampin' Up! Does talk about some coordinating colors and stuff. They offered the add-on, the Love of Spring Dies add-on. So you have this little daffodil. Now, this daffodil is not designed, I don't believe. Well, yeah, no. It's not designed to cut out either of the stamped images, but it does make a really pretty little daffodil. And even though the love and the greenery were designed maybe for other kits, like we used this one with the lovely lavender kit, you could use any, you can mix and match them. They all work. And you'll see that I used some of those today. Okay, so anyway, also remember that I choose to use my bigger Stampin' Up! Pad and my more ergonomic, easier to hang onto kind of blocks, rather than the Stampin' Spot and the block that came in my first kit. All right, so what else coordinates with this? Well, there happens to be, they're not a bundle anymore, but the Easter Bunny stamp set and this bunny punch are both still in the annual catalog, and they work great. The bunnies are of similar size and design, so they could easily be friends. Okay, not a problem. Some nice script, some eggs if you wanted to add them, a little bit of grass. So lots of fun things that you could add if you have these or wanted to order them. Okay, so those are still both available and would work well if you got one, if you didn't get this kit yet, but are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you could still order these things and probably get them in time to get Easter cards out by the end of the month. Okay? All right, so we've got that. Oh, so let me show you where they are in the catalog, just as an FYI, just so you find them. Okay? So the stamp set is on... So they're not a bundle anymore, but here's the stamp set on page 50 of the annual catalog. Okay, so you can see they've been used to make some cute cards there. And then the punch is back in the back here. Let's see if it's going to separate the pages for me. There it goes. And the punch is back here on page 148. Okay. Both in the annual catalog. All right, so there's that. Just so you know that there are some things that will work with these. So I die cut already a few of the pieces of greenery, just so we'd have them. And I have some more over here. And I have some, so I used garden green for some of the stems here, and I used granny apple green for some of the others. But let's get our daffodils glued so that they can start setting up while we do the rest. So I'm just going to take my snips and very carefully take out that little bit like that, and then put just a dot of oh, there it is. I was hoping this was over here and I didn't leave it and have to go running and leave you guys, but here I am. Okay, so let's get, well, we gotta work this glue down. That's the only problem I have with these precision tips, which I love, is that you really have to get the glue down into that tip to get it to get moving. All right, so we're gonna leave it sideways there, and I'm gonna grab my Take Your Pick tool and just pick that up, and we'll just put that like this, so that we have a yellow daffodil and a green stem, because green daffodils are a little odd and they don't generally show up in nature. Right? I mean, if you've seen one, I want to know where you see your flowers, because that would be kind of cool. All right. I know. Maybe it's the rain that made me silly today. I don't know. But so it's not too late to join my team. So if you've been thinking about it, we are lucky enough that today's only the 27th, so we still have 2 more days. We still have the 28th and the 29th for shopping and joining and all of those good things. Now I had a big sale in my studio this past week and weekend, actually, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I shared with my regulars, the folks that come to the studio and all of that sort of thing, that I am less than $2,000 away. Actually, I'm less than $1,500 away from my next big career sales milestone. So I'm pretty excited about that. My initial goal was to make that happen before my birthday next month in March. And then I thought, I wonder if I tell everybody about this, if they'll help me out, and maybe I can achieve that goal before the end of celebration. So if you're out there listening and you have a final celebration order to place, I would dearly appreciate if you chose to shop with me this time and help me get to that goal. That would make my heart super happy. So we'll see what happens, but it's so fun to see these goals coming quicker. So my first big career sales milestone took me a long time because I wasn't being real serious about the business. And then my second big career milestone happened a little faster. And this one happened quite a bit faster. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about that. And anyway. So just gonna get these. I know, and if you are somebody that's watching going, well, when's she gonna get to the projects? We're almost there. Just have a couple more daffodils to fix, and I probably should have done some of these before we started filming, but you know how it goes, right? All right, last daffodil to fix, and then we'll get on to some projects. So sorry if you've been waiting all this time. In the meantime, you are certainly welcome to skip ahead if you're watching the replay. Sorry about that. Anyway, just pop up here and see if anybody found me yet. This is a very odd time for me to go live. And I just thought that since I was here at the studio and I had I just hadn't gotten to this part of things yet, having that big sale and everything. Okay, there. Now, let's see what we can do about, let's cover this. But keep it laying down. All right, let's move these over here because we're gonna probably use those cute little daffodils. Oh, I know what I should have brought. I do know what I should have brought. Oh well, it's all right. I'll add that little bit of color. You know how sometimes the trumpet part, the bigger part in the center of the daffodil is a little darker sometimes than the petals around the outside. I should have brought a marker or something that would have darkened that up. But we can try a little Wink-a-Stella and see by adding some sparkle to that, maybe that will help. Well, I think that's going to get all sparkled. I don't like it with just the trumpet sparkly. All right, well, now we have a sparkly. All right, so some of the options that we have for without adding too much. So I've added a little bit of white cardstock, a little bit of, well, this isn't white, but I do have some white bases. And I have some Blushing Bride and some Petal Pink. Okay, so some of those things will, you know, I try not to add too much to that isn't part of the kit, but anyway. So we're gonna start with a book binding fold card, okay? And so I seem to have, I guess I must have used all of the bunny, these the fronts of those bases, I guess, because I'm only finding backs of those. So I'm guessing I made those cards and then sold them, and so now I don't have them. So anyway, and which means I used all the frames as well, which is a little frustrating because I saw some things that would make using that frame really fun. But that's okay. It's all good. So we're going to have piece, I thought I'll cut for this space. Hang on here. Maybe I didn't have that. All right, well, let's cut apart an envelope. And let's cut apart one of the green envelope. Oh, maybe? All right, well, we're just going to cut apart one of the green envelopes here. So when I do this, what I generally do is I just take the tiniest bit off, like this. I just cover up that dark and just take off just that sliver. That's all you need. You just need to take off the fold. And then I flip it and do the same thing on this side, like that, so that you can then open up your envelope. Okay? Now I don't need much of a piece, so I'm going to actually cut this just at the score line, like that. Then I'm going to cut these ends straight without taking too much of the length. Okay. Like that. Because all I need is 4 1/4. So I don't need a really long piece. And then I'm going to cut off where the adhesive is for licking the envelope. And I think, so what did I do? I did this at 1 1/4, so I really only need 1 inch. So I think, oh, pardon me. Oh, I just got one of those little dry spots. Hang on, I gotta get a drink. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, there, that's better. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. That probably sounded pretty yucky. All right, so anyway, I only need 1 inch. So if I am very careful and just lay that down there, I can cut off that gummy part and just have my inch here. And then all I need is 4 inches. So I'm going to just cut that at 4. Okay. So we have that. Now I could, because I have this white, I could cut that and have that be my inside piece pretty easily. Or I could cut a piece of basic white later for my inside. All right. But let's get this. Oh, are you kidding me? I didn't bring any of my seals. Oh boy, I guess we're using green glue today. Yikes. I hope this works out okay. Oh boy. All right. There we go. All right. Okay. So I'm going to put this on here. There we go. And then I think all right, we're going to cut this too. I think 4 by 4, but hang on. I know it's going to be 4 this direction, but what's it going to be this way? Yep, 4 by 4 is what I want. Okay. So let's cut this at 4. And then turn it and cut it at 4. Like this. And put that there. Then I think what we're gonna do, I think I've got one more. Oh, I thought I had one more. There it is. Okay, so I have one more of these wreaths. So we're going to use part of it. We're not going to use the whole thing. Okay. All right. At least I don't think we are. Maybe we are. You know what? Maybe we are. Okay. Or, I know. Maybe we'll do, here. I think we can just trim that part. And trim that part. So we'll have some different pieces because if we're going to end up trimming them out anyway, here. There. Okay. There. All right. Now, I think what we'll do is have part of that, and let's use one of our bunnies and chicks over here. Okay, like this. All right, then we can have hang on. Yeah, I don't want them going upside down. Maybe I don't want to use that piece. Maybe I want to use this instead. And have the bunny kind of hiding in the flowers. Like that. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. So this is a little bit of create on the fly. I thought I knew what I was doing with this particular card base, And I've kind of played around with it a little bit differently than I anticipated. So then what we can do is use a little piece of, I had some, oh, here. And because the ink is so dark, I can stamp right on that. Okay, I'm liking this a lot better than I initially thought. Okay, so let's start getting this. What happened to my little tiny nozzle? There it is. Okay, sorry guys. All right, and we might even pop that bunny right up a little bit. All right, so let's add this like that, and add this like that. Then we can add the bunny with a couple of dimensionals. Like this. All right, we're getting there. This is coming along. Okay. So we're going to have the bunny kind of tucked in there. And then we're going to add a couple of more daffodils. All right. That bunny and his little chick friend can hang out there. Like this. Okay, so his friends can kind of hang out in the flowers, hanging out in somebody's garden. Okay, I'm going to grab our twine, and I think that's the end of it right there. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to. I didn't use a lot of this twine the way it's designed, so I think I'm going to wrap this right through here. And have a bow right up here. So this is not really linen thread. This is a little bit different than linen thread, but I think that's going to look cute there. Okay, like that, and we can cut that tail right there. Okay, so we can have that going like that. Then we'll glue this. Oh, let me get on me, fuzzy. All right. So here we go. There. Okay. That's nice, like that. So then we're going to add some glue here, like this, and we're going to give that just a minute to set. I'm going to just hold that there a minute. So then what happens is it only opens this far. Okay, but now all the twine isn't showing. I know some people design their cards and you can see when you open them, you see the twine. I do not like that look. That is not something I generally do. Now, if it works for you, great. That's totally fine. It's just not a look I love. All right, so now we're going to use the springtime greetings that came in the kit. And put this right here. And see how nice that early espresso. Early espresso is a great color. And I love it. I sometimes use it as an alternate to black when I want a nice dark color, but I don't want black. So I find that this helps. So let's put a couple of dimensionals on that. And so there's just a slightly different type of opening for your card. And then I can put some white, either as an extra piece from an envelope or whatever. I can put that in there. And there we go. So we didn't end up using that wreath and stuff. So we have that to do. All right, so then I want to show you, I did do a little cutting and so forth from this particular base. So I cut it down to 5.5. So I took one of the slimline cards and I cut it to 5.5. And then I held it right here. I wanted to show you this. So I lined the bottom of the card up at 4.25, and I made sure that where I was die cutting, so I was holding the wreath on top of there, and I made sure that my wreath wasn't going to go outside the envelope, okay? And then it would cover the edge of the circle. So that's, I wanted to not take any of that. So this is one of the deckled rectangles. So then I'm going to just very gently, so that I don't tear my cardstock, very gently pull that off. Okay, like that. And I'm going to just stick those to the post over here so I have them for another day. Yeah. All right. So then I have this part with the fold that I could use for something else. All right. And my deckled rectangle. My deckled circle. I hope I don't lose that because that would be sad. All right, so we're going to attach this to the back of that after we do a little bit of stamping. Okay, actually, maybe we're just going to put that there and we'll use one of the banners. Let's do that. Okay, so let's stamp on the banner so that it can start to dry. Remember, we've talked about these pieces that come in the kit sometimes have just a little bit of a coating when they come through the printing process, because these are all printed. So if that's the case, then sometimes they, if I were to touch that right away, sometimes there's a little bit of a smudge factor. Okay, so I try to just sit that aside and don't muck with it too much. So now I can go right around the very, very edge of this. Okay, I gotta get some more of that glue shook down here. Okay, so we're gonna go with just the tiniest. Can you even see that? I am just dragging the tip and barely getting any glue. You don't need a lot. This is very strong, and you're going all the way around this, so there'll be plenty of adhesive. A little bit right around there, okay? And then we're gonna put this, we're just gonna cover up that part so that there we go. We've got it. So there's a little bit sticking out, but I can take and just blot it off. It'll be fine. I'm blotting, not rubbing, okay? I don't want to rub any of that. And then if I left any, I can always use my adhesive remover afterwards, okay? So now what I want to do is I want to, again, make sure that from my 4 1/4 here, that I'm putting this no higher than where it's gonna sit, okay? So I might move that just this way a smidge. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right, so then I'm going to just kind of, with my pencil, kind of on the back, just make the tiniest mark like this. Just tiny, tiny, like that, so that I know where to put my adhesive. So now I know that this part from here to here on the bottom, down here, will touch my card base, okay, like that. So that part is going to touch down here. So it's okay, and it won't close, won't glue my card shut. So we're going to again line this up at 4 1/4. I really want to make sure that I want to keep it fitting in an envelope. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So a tiny bit. But I did pretty good. Okay. All right. So now what's going to happen is our card can open like that, or stand up for display. So let's add our greeting. Let's actually add that with dimensionals. Okay. We'll do one on each side, one over here, and one over here, like this. There we go. Just like that. Springtime greetings. So there we go. And I could, if I wanted to, although I like this base, I could add another daffodil. I could add a little bunny. Actually, you know what might be really fun? Hang on. I think I have... Oh, here. Let's use this inside piece of the envelope. Let's stamp our bunny like this. Okay. There we go. Then, real quick, trim him out. There we go. And we've talked so much about, so if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I've done a lot of talking about fussy cutting, because it's really, some people really get upset about having to cut. It just takes practice, like anything else that you do with your muscles. It just takes a little practice. But it also takes knowing what the the best technique is. So I often will take all that extra away, and if you watch carefully, my left hand is the part that's doing all of the work. My right hand is only opening and closing the blade. My left hand is doing all the motion, all the turning, okay? Which actually is my non-dominant hand. But really that's the one that's doing all of the work. Oh, I know what we could add. I know what we could add to that other card too. I intentionally brought over my Berry Burst Stampin' Blends because in our kit we got white flat adhesive gems. There, see, that didn't take long at all. Just an extra minute, okay? Now, the other thing you can do is use a blender pen. Did mine all go away somewhere? Oh, I believe they did. I guess I gotta get another one out here. Anyway, you could use a blender pen or a Wink&Stella and just add. So if you go over that ink, did you see what happened? You get just that little bit of color. So I can go here and get a little bit of color and bring it down. I can bring a little bit of color here. A little bit of color here along the edge. So we're just getting a little bit of color. And I'm going to be careful not to, I'm going to bring my color in towards the bunny, not towards the tail, because I want that color this way, not on his tail. I want his tail nice and white. Okay. So now we have a nice little light brown shimmery bunny. Okay. How fun is that? So our bunny can be looking right at us. There we go. Like that. And then I can take my Berry Burst blends and color a few of our gems with our dark Berry Burst marker. So we'll do a couple of, so when you have white gems, it's kind of nice because you can make them any color that you want with your blends. So 2 smalls and a big, I think, be good. There. Give those just a second to dry. And we'll use our Take Your Pick tool to put one down here, like that, one nearby, like that, and one up here near the grating. So that helps balance that, and we have our little bunny, okay? So there we go. That's another one. All right. Then I cut let's do one of these. Now these are pretty tall, so you may need to go on a vertical card, or you may need to turn them over and use the other side. Anyway, we're going to cut this. Yeah, we're going to cut this in half. So I've cut it at 5 1/4. So that's all right. I think we're at 5/8. I think. I think this is what I wanted. Yeah. Actually, I could have gone a little smaller. I mean, a little bigger. Okay. There we go. All right, so we're going to put that here. We're going to put some white. Oh, I thought I had more. We'll just use this piece. Or we will, here we go. And we'll use this, I think. Yeah, okay. All right. So we've got some envelope pieces. Okay, so we'll put that here. So basically all I did was I took this piece of petal pink and I cut it the long way at 4 1/4, which is half of the 8 1/2, the way our cardstock comes. And then I cut it in half at 2 3/4. I just cut a piece off and I'm just going to turn it like this. Okay. All right. So so we'll add our bunny, and we'll add a little bit of add our little greenery and our bunny. Okay, so let's add those. We'll use our dimensionals. There we go. We'll add these, a little bit of glue. Then, oh, I cleaned that and put it away before I was really done. Oops. Because I have a daffodil here. Oh, I have a thought. I have some mini dimensions. So I'm going to put a mini underneath the flower part. Now the bottom part will be held down flat, but the blossom will stand out a little bit. There. Oh, I like that. Okay. Then we're going to add this to the inside. Like this. And have it be as centered as I can. Like that. Then we'll just add this part. And so I'll make sure that my adhesive only goes this far. Like that. There we go. And I can use another envelope because the piece, well, actually I think I can. Is that going to be tall enough? Yeah. I cut this in half. Or if I just do an inch, even 3/4 of an inch is enough. Like that. To just disguise this. Just, oh, that's pretty. So that we have that little bit sticking out as a continuation from over here. I like that. And then we'll use some of our gems, just white, and we can add springtime greetings up here. And it's okay. If I remember not to add the glue, I can have that sticking up. All right, let's put our springtime greetings on this. Okay. Like that. And, oh, you know what? Let's not. I'm going to stamp this off over on some scrap paper that I have over here so that it'll be lighter. And I'll just have a daffodil on the inside. Just a light one. I didn't want it real dark, just wanted it there. Okay. All right. So then we'll just add this up here. So we'll just put adhesive, so the glue just on the bottom edge, like that. There we go. There. Oh, I like this. I like that card a lot. All right, so I actually have one more. Oh, and I think I'm okay with that. I wasn't really thinking. I should have had that up a little higher or something, so it sticks out. But that's okay. It just kind of looks like it's the continuation. I'm still good with that. It's okay. There are no mistakes. All right, then I have one last one, and I do need to, oh, here, I know where I can get that. All right, so we'll take a piece of one of the fronts, was actually the back of those bunny cards. And we'll make sure that it's 4. 5, 5 1/4. Like that. Now we have those 2 skinny pieces if we need them for the inside. And we're going to use this here. We can add a little bit of, oh, we could even do the whole side like that if we wanted to. And then my plan is to, where'd my bunny go? There he is. Put the bunny, you may not be able to use all of that because we need room. This is going to be a baby card. So we're going to just stamp our little bunny. I could stamp the little chick as well, but I didn't take that one off the thing. And then we're going to grab Welcome Baby and stamp that right here. Okay. Then we can start assembling. So we'll put this on flat. Okay. There we go. Like this. Whoops, it slid. Okay, there, that's better. Okay. There. Then we will put this up on dimensionals. One more. That's enough. I was debating on 1 in the middle, but I think really 4 is plenty for this layer. All right. So there's that. And I think we'll add the daffodils just along the edge. And I'll tell you why I'm not adding this piece, even though I love the daisies more than anything. And I suppose, oh, you know what? I have an idea. I'm not crazy about the berry burst with the petal pink, but look, I can trim super carefully. I can trim that out, and we could have, whoops, a little piece down here that I need to get rid of. There we go. We could have the oh, I like that. Okay, so let's put a teeny bit of adhesive along this inner edge. Like this. I probably should put a couple of mini dimensionals out here. And I have enough. There we go. Oh, maybe one more. Like that. That way the dimensionals can support this other edge. There. And then we'll just add these little daisies right here. Like that. Oh, so cute. All right. Then we'll add some of the white gems. There you are. Okay. All right, so we'll put a white one up there. We'll put a white one down here. And we'll put a couple of small ones there. And one more. No. Oh, took it right off its adhesive. Oh, took that one right off its adhesive as well. All right, well, I guess that's where they're going. I did kind of think I wanted to move this one, but I'm not sure I can. So I guess it's staying there. It's all right. It's good. So there we go. So let's take, and I still have some pieces. I still have some of our daffodils that I made with the die cuts. I still have some of one of the wreaths. I think I still have a bunny, 2 bunnies, and I still have this piece that I haven't used. So I've got plenty more to play with. And who knows, maybe you'll see some more cards on the Facebook page as time goes on. But for today, we made this baby card, and we made 3 that use the springtime greetings. We did the one with the opening that can stand up. We did the modified front, and we did the book binding card that I'll put some white on the inside of that one. So there you go. I hope that was fun for you. Thanks for joining me, whether you're here live, whether you are watching the replay on my Facebook page, or whether you are joining me on my YouTube channel. And if you're here on my YouTube channel and you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe. So click that little subscribe button. And if you click the little bell icon, you will also be notified when I go, when I put a new video up on the channel. So, but those things help my business tremendously, and I would appreciate it if you would do that. Thanks so much. And I look forward to seeing you next month. Remember, next month is the March kit, and it is called, hang on, I got the paper right here. It is called Memorable Meadows. It does coordinate with some products that are going to be, some online exclusive products that are going to be going live to customers, I believe around the 7th, the 6th or the 7th of March. So you can check into those, and you have until the 10th of March to subscribe for that kit, and that's the one that has the extra stamp set as the free gift. Okay, so until we meet again in March, or until you check out something else on my YouTube channel, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.